What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 with another festival playlist. We're here with the winter season again, and as always we are starting with a photo challenge. First we have to take a photo of any Lamborghini with the lighthouse north of Bamber. Well, the lighthouse is where the heart is, as the old saying goes. Actually, I'm not entirely sure that's how it goes, but you know. So it's right here on the map. You get the text on the right side. And here's the castle, so you just drive up the road. And while a Lamborghini, you just go to the cars. Go to the car list and pick one of them, and if you don't have one, buy one. That's life advice right there. If you don't have a Lamborghini, buy one. Simple as that, right? And what we are going to do is we are going to take a photo, and I hope the photo contains, yes it does. It was a test whether that counts, but it does. And that's a photo challenge, and we're going to see us with seasonal objective things, challenges. Forzathon, that's it. So here we are with the weekly Forzathon challenge in Chapter 1, Own and Drive a stunningly beautiful and equally powerful 67 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray 427, which luckily for you is affordable at the auto show for I think 150,000. Let's go to Chevrolet. Now if you don't want to scroll, I mean we are right here, but like I showed already, you can just jump to the manufacturer. And there it is. That doesn't look standard. Apparently I used that in the past. I think that was for an achievement even. Or you had to, or was it on the Lego map? Something like that. But yeah, that doesn't look standard. Or feel standard. But that's not a bad thing. We'll see it with Chapter 2, I guess, and we'll see what this beast is capable of. In Chapter 2, what we have to do is prove it's still got it by earning 15 awesome speed skills in your Corvette 67. Now the best area, I mean you can do it here, you have pretty straight lines, but the best area obviously to do it is here on the highway. And you just drive that up and down and get 15 awesome speed skills. Driving into the wrong direction. And obviously the tuning makes this a lot easier, so if you're struggling to get awesome speed skills, there's one. You should probably just upgrade the car. Now we're probably going to get ultimate speed skills as well. And what we are going to do is we are going to check if those count as well, because that makes it a lot easier for you. We have 3, which means ultimate speed skills count as well. So you can just floor it down the highway and it'll be alright. That's a lot of traffic. And that's the handling going a little crazy. Whee, traffic. Poor car. That will not stop us, however. Now obviously in winter it's a little bit more difficult because the roads are a little bit more difficult to drive, and this is not the easiest car to drive in the world, especially when you give it that much power. But we should be good to go. We are... That was great speed. Can we get another... There's another ultimate speed. See, how many do we have? We should be able to finish this chapter relatively quickly. We have 12 of 15. Oh, now we're in the oncoming lane, which is always a little bit more difficult. Because obviously you have cars coming at you instead of driving away from you. Oh. And when you hit it, it also hurts a little bit more. And we're just going to turn the car around, slowly but surely. And now we're going to pick up the rest of the awesome speed skills, I would assume. There's another awesome speed skill. And an ultimate new miss. And there is chapter 2 completed. We have quite the long way to stop the car. But we'll see each other with chapter 3, I suppose. And in chapter 3 we have to show off a futuristic styling of the Corvette 67 by earning a total of 125,000 skill score. Which, you know, best way to do it is... no, I don't want to do that. Purchase the mastery stuff. Now, I don't have very many points, but what I certainly want is this one, and the rest is more or less a bonus. Or skill scores from Daredevil skills, but yeah, this is certainly a lot better. Our near miss skill scores, which are also pretty good, and speed skill scores are obviously also pretty good. And we can also take the wheel spin because we have the points. Just quickly throw that in. And get a car. Oh, we have that already. Well, no, don't do it again. Whoops. Okay. Now, the easiest part is, as always, at the beach. Or at Derwent Water here. We're actually going to do here. I think we did the beach last time. And 125,000 isn't so difficult. Where you can also do is on the highway when you do basically what we did with the awesome speed skills. And whenever you hit something, you just bank the points. Because obviously we have a free hit with perk upgrades. Yeah, here you have a lot of points for destroying stuff. And we just drove into a tree, so we have to be a little bit more careful. I'm actually going to bag the points here before we lose them all. And we can relatively easily finish this. That's 42,000. We need another 83,000. It really shouldn't be too difficult. There's a bit of a drift, you just hold it to get people to drift. Maybe get some side swipes in there. Maybe get underwater here, collect some drifts. That is another 33,000. When we get into the 50,000 range, obviously you can do it in one go as well if you like to take a bit of a risk. That was a bit of a blunder. Obviously the beach is easier, but we always do the beach, so I decided not to do the beach this time. Here comes a little bit of drift. And some wreckage skills. Jumping skills, and pretty much you can just fail your way through it, really, if you want, or if you just can't get a good skill combo going. Like, every little bit counts, and when you fail a skill combo or lose a skill combo, then you just do another one. I think we actually have enough now, so we're going to cut it. And that should complete chapter number 3. I think. Yes, it does. And we'll see each other with chapter 4. And the last one. This car loves to go sideways. Earn a total of 9 stars from drift zones with your Corvette 67. As you may know from last week's video when I was retiring from gaming, I'm not a fan of drift zones. Alright. You can put a drift build onto this car, preferably with rear-wheel drive, or you can just do an e-drift.
You have arrived at your destination.
Bag roughly 1 star per turn and do this 9 times. Now we bagged 2 stars, which is better than 1 star. And then you just drive back and forth here. And this is the shortest drift zone, which is why I always recommend this one. That puts us another easy 2 stars, and it's pretty easy to 2 star, as you can see now. I'm doing absolutely horribly. We're still getting 2 stars consistently. So that is basically all we have to do.
You have arrived at your destination.
That gives us 6. Constantly pressing the wrong buttons because I'm playing Need for Speed a lot. Some of the buttons are different.
You have arrived at your destination.
It takes 35,000 for 3 stars, right? No, 30,000, so we should have 3 stars and that should finish it, right? We had 6, now we got 3 on top. Yep, that finishes it. A pretty good finish, I must say, and we'll see each other with the stunts. And for the jump, it's actually not too bad. We do the Great Ridge one, which is this one, and we need to reach 915.4 feet, which is just above the 3-star rating. I am going to use the Rally Fighter, and we're going to see how well we can do. You might be wondering why I use the Rally Fighter, but it's pretty good. It has a lot of power, it has a lot of acceleration up that hill here. That is pretty much what we need, and I think that should be good enough. And it is. There are other cars that can do it, especially high-powered rally cars. But I thought that was pretty good, and it worked. And we'll see each other with the next stunt. Next up we have probably the hardest one, or maybe the second hardest, depending on how hard the speed zone is going to be, but the speed trap is not too easy. They want us to do 270 miles an hour on the M68, and 270 miles an hour is a very selective group of cars that can do it, and we are going to use the 599XX Evo. Now the 599XX has insane acceleration and a lot of top speed, so to make it pretty easy, I actually switched from Horizon Solo to Horizon Live to remove all these private cars, because they can make it really difficult on you, and we also remove most of the traffic, and that gives us 276. Good. It's just, when you play Horizon Solo, you get so much traffic and so many driver cars clogging the road that it becomes actually really difficult. So I certainly advise maybe just switching right before you do this. That clears the traffic, because traffic is what can doom you here. So that might be a little bit of a tip, and obviously the car that is very good. It's a very selective group of cars that can reach it. So that is probably my recommendation. And last we have the Johnston Terrace Speed Zone, where we need to reach 145 miles an hour. That should be fairly doable. And the thing that's going to annoy you is probably going to be traffic. But try to not let it annoy you too much. We'll just throw it in here and we reach 147, which should do the trick and which completes this week's seasonal objectives once again. If you have any questions, let me know as always. Drop a comment, whatever it is.
Turn right.
And I hope we'll see each other next week. Farewell.